morning, good evening, good afternoon, whatever time it is, wherever you are. I hope you're having why can I never say that? I hope you're having an amazing day. I know that I am. And I actually want to come speak to you today about building your own Lego city or your own brick city or whatever you want to do. That's what I want to come speak to you about today, because so on one of my last videos, someone commented they want to be able to build a Lego city, but they're struggling with kind of financial income and to be able to build that. And I'm here today to tell you that you don't need to have incredible amounts of financial income in order to build yourself a Lego city. As a student, I don't have massive amounts of Lego income. We don't have that either. I don't have a massive amount of income myself. And my Lego city has been built up over a year. Obviously, when I'm full-time working and that, my plan is to start building the city quicker and quicker, but obviously that's something I can't do at the moment. But I'm still happy building up every now and then and building a lot of stuff custom myself. And, I'm going to go through today a few tips with you of how you can build a Lego city for really, really cheap and what's the best way to do this. Because for me personally, there's a few methods and techniques that I use as a student or someone who doesn't have a massive amount of income and doesn't get these sponsors and stuff like this to be able to build a massive Lego city. I use three main methods or techniques in order to build my city, which helps me. So let's have a look at what they are. Now, the first one for me that I would use would be Facebook Marketplace. What I've done here is I've put the furthest radius I can put on. Obviously, normally I use it within my local area, and you can put it on a maximum price of £2. And when we look on here, we can see loads and loads of free Lego sets and free kind of bins, stuff like that. I do apologise for the camera being this way as well, but it's the only way that I can film it, as I'm not too sure how to film on my laptop yet. But yeah, we can see that there's loads and loads of free sets coming up, free bulk Lego and stuff that people are just clearing out, or they don't want the Lego sets and stuff like that. And Facebook is a really, really good way to get loads of free or cheap Lego. Likewise, we can also do this on Spock and other apps like this. Facebook is really good, but you do have to be really, really quick in order to get the sets. So there's many times that I've missed out on bulk Lego and stuff like that of people getting rid of Lego sets. So I'm constantly daily checking Facebook and Spock to see if any new listings have been put up of free Lego sets, and I will easily go pick them up straight away. Now, you may think, yes, these are random sets and stuff like this, but they can easily be sorted out into bins, and they can be sorted out into things, and then you can make custom sets with it, like this. Obviously, this is a set that we do get, but a lot of this behind the scenes, I have custom built into a modular building using my own pieces and stuff like that. So obviously, we can build sets like this without having to pay the price for full modular buildings. Good, because it bulks up our Lego city, and it also means that, we don't have to pay these massive prices, and the buildings will still look really, really good. And, I quite like how my city looks with a lot of custom buildings. I do like the look of the main buildings, and if I had the talent to build my own buildings all the time, then I would do that. I don't have that talent, but hopefully over time we will learn and be able to do that in the future. So we'll see how that goes, so stay tuned to see that. If you want to see more custom builds of mine, maybe you don't. Maybe we'll just stick to building the Lego sets. Now let's have a look at the next method that I would use. And that, of course, is by going to charity shops. Now, charity shops are absolutely incredible places to pick up Lego, and I've been multiple times to pick up Lego sets from these places. Now, charity shops and other shops like this aren't, they're not 100% the best method to get really cheap Lego and stuff like that. And, you're not always going to get these sets. It's not like a guarantee that if you go down to a charity shop, there's always going to be Lego sets in there. But I would highly recommend going and checking them out. There is many times that I've been down to charity shops and picked up Lego sets, and it has genuinely kind of changed Lego for me, because I feel like it helps bulk up my kind of supply of Lego and helps me to build new sets and stuff like that. So when I'm building my Lego city, a lot of the things I take out are bricks from my bins and stuff like that, and mess around and try to build something new up. So to have this bulk of pieces really helps, and charity shops can help you do that if you're wanting to get more pieces to build up your Lego city. And it's a lot cheaper as well, especially if you're trying to resell Lego as well. Charity shops are an absolute goldmine, because you can always go in and pick up sets. There's been many times that I've gone in, picked up sets, and they are actually worth a lot more than than you bought it for. Problem is with charity shops, sometimes not all the pieces are there. So if you do want it for the set, it may be a bit of like a struggle, because sometimes not every single piece is there. But to have the pieces anyway is still really cool, and I would highly recommend going to a charity shop to pick up some Lego. You're not always going to get it, so it's not guaranteed that there's always going to be Lego in the charity shops, but it is definitely worth checking out. Now, the next method that I want to talk about isn't so much a method of saving money, but it is a method that I think helps to build a Lego city, and it really like makes a difference for me. It adds a lot of detail, but it doesn't cost an awful lot of money as buying one of the massive modular buildings. I don't think it's nowhere near the price of a modular building, but it still adds a lot of detail and character to your city. And that, of course, is Creator 3-in-1 buildings. Now, obviously, this is on an unfinished base plate, and you may think it looks a bit tacky next to the up house, and it doesn't look the best, but the Creator 3-in-1 builds are absolutely incredible, and I just like the way, so it's more like a mini modular building. Obviously, it takes up about maybe a quarter of the base plate for the full size. It isn't too big, but this set here cost me £30, and you know, it's nowhere near the price of the kind of £100, £200 buildings. It is a really cheap building, and obviously it adds a lot of character, a lot of detail to your city without costing you that much. And you know, all you need to do is get 2 of these and put them together, and you could have a full modular building that would take up, you know, most of the base plate or half the base plate. So you could fill up a 32 by 16 base plate with just 2 of these, which is really cool. And you can build your own custom buildings for your city. So obviously I've seen videos like this on Brixie's channel and other YouTubers' channels where they have created their own modular buildings out of the Creator 3-in-1. But they're a really easy way and a really cheap way in order to build and bulk up your Lego city. Oh, I know that's not really a way to save money, and you know, if you can find them on discount, then by all means get them. B&M and Tesco may be the best places to get Lego for a lot cheaper, especially the bigger Tesco's. They're incredible. But I know, like I'm saying, that it's not a way to kind of reduce the cost of Lego and stuff like that, and it's not a cheap way to, it's a cheaper way to build a city than modular buildings. But when you're building a city, you've got to think, you don't need to have modular buildings and stuff like that. You could just start with kind of the cheapest houses you have, or facades, and maybe a few road plates, or even the old base plates that had roads on, and you know, start to create a bit of a layout, and over time you can slowly start building it up and up. Like Lego's a bit, like Lego is a kind of hobby that you can add to and create from. And with my modular buildings, there's bits that I will add, going in and changing bits, like adding characters, minifigures, or changing details, adding lighting kits. So my city is kind of non-stop growing and stuff like that, and it doesn't mean that it has to be modular buildings. Like obviously there's parts in my city that you'll probably see from that last clip that, you know, there's no roading and it's quite blank, and I like to tile off the floor in light grey, or light bluish grey, but I can't do that. I haven't done that yet on all the plates because I haven't ordered the pieces. So, you know, for me as well, like building my Lego city, it's got to be like a progressive thing, and it doesn't mean you've got to start it with like 13 modular buildings. You could maybe start it with 1, or start it with 1 Creator 3-in-1 building, and you've got to start going there. Or even if you just started it with a Lego city set, like a facade, like the Lego car wash that we have over here, you could just start with that, and that could be the start of your Lego city. You don't need to start with masses and masses of stuff. You can start with just something as little as that. Now, I am going to end the video here because that has been my 3 tips on building a Lego city. But before I go, I will leave you with one secret, and that is use Bricklink. Now, Bricklink is a really cheap way, and this isn't an ad for Bricklink, but Bricklink is a really cheap way to kind of buy Lego. And it's what it is it's a bit like Facebook Marketplace, but it is kind of made for Lego resellers, and there's not going to be stuff on there that's for free, but it's a lot cheaper. It's a lot cheaper than buying off the Lego website. And you know, honestly, I think it's incredible, and it is a really good way to kind of get your sets for so much cheaper. I mean, maybe because obviously it's more like a trading place, so maybe sometimes, you know, things are a bit more expensive than they would be like they would have been when they were sold originally, but that's because the value of them's gone up. But if you want to get other sets that, you know, are in mass supply and demand, not in much demand, then Bricklink's the place to go. Or even if you want to get certain pieces, Bricklink also can be cheaper to get them. Now, everyone on there is individual sellers, so Sometimes they might not have everything that you want. And that's just because, you know, not all of us have every single Lego brick in the world or every single set, and we can't provide that supply. But Bricklink is an absolutely incredible way to go get your Lego pieces, Lego sets, for a bit cheaper than you probably would on the Lego website when it was out brand new. But yeah, that has been me. We've looked at the 3 cheapest ways, or my 3 top tips for building a Lego city. If you have enjoyed this video, please like, please subscribe. We are so close to hitting 300 followers, and I know that doesn't sound much, but we only started this maybe 20 days ago, and 20 some days ago, you'll have to remind me, and we're already growing like massive. I think massive. That's how we're growing. We're growing quite a bit, and I'm really enjoying making these videos, and I hope you are enjoying them too. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.